Right now we're going to look at a program by Celsius. It's a Japanese company and it's called Traceman HD. Traceman is used in the anime industry to scan cells and backgrounds. It's also to clean them up, to take out dust, and to get them ready for inking. Not inking, I'm sorry. Getting them ready for painting. Traceman takes the line work and you can vector trace the black, red, green, or any other color that you specify in the trace. And I'll show you some old video from a project that never got off the ground, but I had some footage that I was going to teach a lesson with. So here's Traceman HD. So just like any other Celsius program, you need to first open up your project file, and it comes to you in a folder. That's all the images in the background. So right here is a raw scan of a pencil drawing, and what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to check to see what my image would look like if I vector trace it. So on the left is the original, and on the right is the vector trace. So you can see this one's a little too light, so I just darken it up. And I just scroll through the image. I'll just make sure that the characters look like they're gonna be well in the vector trace. So it's vector trace, and from here I can clean it up even more, erase those black spots on the left and the right. I could add filters. I could vector trace more colors. And I was using an old computer to do this. It was an old PC. Might have been like a gateway or something. I'm not too sure. So from here, I'll bring it into Paintman. Make sure I'll save it as a PNG, just so I can look at it in other programs. I'll also will save the project file itself, which would be a .cel, C-E-L. And I'll just make sure that the naming configuration is consistent so I know what frames match up with their PNGs. And that's basically how you use Traceman. There's really not much to it. You can go in depth with it, but there's not too much that you need to do. Now just make sure I save the files before I close out the program. And I'll close out my folder and exit the program. And that's it. That's Traceman. So if you see my lesson on anime specs, within the lesson I talk about scanning images into the computer. Basically, you just scan in your drawings as any other drawing you would scan in. The DPI would be between 144 DPIs and 200 DPIs. So going into 300 DPIs, it's usually not needed for high def, but since the industry will be going into 4K by 2020, the specs will change a little bit. They will be a little higher, so 300 DPI or more would probably become a standard soon. That's it with Traceman. It's a part of the Celsius animation package, which is called Redis. Redis Pro HD, I think it might be called. It's an older program, and an English language version is available. I think the whole package itself is about 4K. You can get much superior quality from Toon Boom Harmony or Toon Boom Anime or Anime Pro. Um, it all depends on your needs, but you definitely should at least know about the history of anime and the programs that they're using right now, so in the future you'll know just know your history of animation. This stuff isn't taught to you a lot of times by any American companies or any American institutions, meaning colleges or technical schools or vocational schools. So hope you learned something, and I'll see you soon.